This is William from Yugen Bliss, The Road to Happiness. So, last night something popped up on accident. Um, I went on to Google to Wikipedia and my name popped up. And this is no joke. Uh, I was already in bed, but something told me to get up and check my phone. So I went to check my phone, and Google happened to, I don't know what happened, but something slipped up to Google and my name popped up to Wikipedia. And there was a little excerpt about who I was, and I thought that was pretty neat. Uh, I'm not trying to boast or nothing, but it felt kind of good. I don't care. I'm an unknown poet. At least I am a poet, right? So I guess that's what the title is about, the conversation about how I discovered and realized myself that I am what I am. So that was pretty awesome. So I just dropped off the kids to school and I have a little time doing a video. But I don't see too many people in right now. So I'm going to go take a break. I got to go do a couple things and I will be back. We'll see you in a few. Oh, hey, jump back in here. Oh, I just missed you. Hey, how's it going? Well, you left me here. No, I had to leave for a second. I'm back. Lady Penensky, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Uh, so, yeah, I don't want anybody getting this misconstrued or misunderstood because I'm just letting you guys know that Google just clarified something for me very clearly. And I wanted to reiterate this to other people because to me, it's personally important for all of us to understand that, hey, guess what? Hello, how are you? That we all have something important and something unique and something different to offer the world, no matter what that may be. Only you know what that is. And it's only the things that bring joy and happiness to your life. We have to understand to counterbalance and understand that nothing here lasts forever. We're constantly changing. And whatever perception that you have about that is the effects that's probably going to work out. So it's very important to understand what the thought is that that you want to manifest. And I've been saying a lot lately. I've been joking with my wife a lot lately about just being a poet. And I know in my heart that I'm a poet, a self made poet, a poet that never thought that he was a poet. And it started out with just 100 poems a day. I mean, 100 poems. I mean, a poem for 100 days. And it's stuck with me. And I find really a lot of joy. And sometimes it's my vent. Some of my words are stuff that's been on my mind, and it takes the weight off the shoulders. And sometimes it's something that I write that deeply affects someone else in a negative or a positive way. But keep in mind that a poet's word is just a word. The feeling comes from the reader and how it affects them. So coming from that perspective, it's humbling to understand and gratifying to feel in my heart that I finally made it. You know, success, yes, it has to be believed. It has to be believed that it can be achieved. And you have to be aware that you're going to fall down. You're going to make mistakes. And it's part of the learning curve. And to stick with it, whatever it is that you love doing. And make it your passion. Make it your life's work. Your true light will shine if you let it. And maybe I can be an example that even though you may feel at the time that the world hates you, isn't against you, know in your heart that you're doing the right thing. And only you can prevent this from being a reality. Never give up. Even when the world is telling you to, or even when people around you don't see what you see in yourself, don't give up. At least give yourself an honest try. Poem actually is promotable thinking, so I agree with you. Absolutely. You know, I mean, we all have the ability and the opportunity to write something down. And I tend to write whatever is on my mind that I think that is important at the time. It may not necessarily be a poem right off the bat, but many words that connect can create something fantastic. And just like these connections here on YouTube and these interactions with people all around the world, this is an opportunity for all of us. Not only to meet other people, but to really understand where the soul is coming from, their culture, their landscape, anything to do with them and their environment gives us a better picture of who they are. And to me, that's kind of important to get to know more, if you're interested, about an individual. But if you're one that is shy, so to speak, that doesn't dare to come in and speak or say a comment or ask questions, but yet are still judgmental towards somebody for no reason, there is no toleration for that, because that's pure jealousy. And jealousy is something that only man's manifested It's not real. It's something that we thought to bring in fear in our lives. So, you're going to come across people who don't even know you, but think they've known you enough to hate you. And it's happened many times. I've had encounters that I've never met anybody, but you can feel that the energy that when they can't even make eye contact and they don't want to say hello. I don't have an answer for that. All I can say is you need to look at that person and say, I love them and I forgive them from they don't know what they do. They don't know who I am, and I don't know where they are in their lives. So forgiveness is key too. So yeah. I appreciate the two that came in. I really do appreciate the likes too. It helps the channel, and it helps me. But of course, it's not the most important thing. The most important thing is the opportunity to allow people to know an unknown poet from Maine. And it just sounds so sweet. And not that I really needed the title per se, because I already knew what I was. And I knew what I was developing into. And to be known for on Wikipedia for 2 of my poems is extremely humbling, and I'm grateful. And such a nice write-up about me. It could have been negative, but it wasn't. It was extremely kind. And I just took it for what it was. And so I had to do, I produced a video last night around 10:30 or so p.m. And it's the 2 videos that I'm known for. I put them on there. Tin Man and Sly Man. If you want to, please feel free to go and check them out. My energy will carry me wherever I may go. I'm completely aware of that. And it will go only as fast as the divine timing that it's meant to be. So there's no force in this energy. None. It'll work itself out. And gratitude is key. Welcome in. Thanks for coming into my live chat. To put a picture or a face to a voice. Here on this channel, I write and produce and speak my poetry, matching with a picture or a painting. I enjoy doing stuff like that. I enjoy sharing other channels. I love communicating and having relationships with others as well, as far as helping each other grow in this world. Oh, I wonder what this is. Start a poll. So yeah, I got a question up there if you guys are interested in answering it. So I hey, hello, how you doing in here? Thanks for coming in and saying hello. Appreciate it. If you guys come in, hey, there's a question there if you guys want to answer it. If not, that's fine too. No votes anyway, so isn't it just ridiculous, man, that I feel like yeah. Yes, today you get 127 views. Just no will, there's no excuse. There's no rhyme, there's no reason. There is no rhyme and reason, and there's no excuse. I'm not a victim, and I never was a victim. And whosoever wants to be the victim, then fine, so be it. But being a victim is not going to get you anywhere. And I'm speaking for myself, the thought that was on my mind, because at that very second, I started getting a little discouraged. So that was me correcting my thought, speaking out loud, because it's not true. Thought is only a thought unless you make it believable. And 9 times out of 10, if the thought's asking or telling you to do something, that's a clue that you ought to question that thought, because that thought's probably not a very beneficial one for you. So, hey, 5D Abundance, how are you? How's the weather in Canada today? Weather's here, it's 52 degrees here in Maine, but it's going to be nice and sunny, 74 degrees. Kids have a half a day today, so I ain't got no plans. So, yeah. 5D Abundance, thanks for coming in, long time friend. He knew me before I even became an unknown poet. I guess. I mean, I've always liked to write things down. Even as a kid, I've got notebooks and I've got little poems that I wrote. I used to write my girlfriend all kinds of love letters before there was phones. I enjoyed writing sweet words and messages. So I guess I've been a poet all my life and didn't realize it. I hope you're having an awesome day. It's fantastic. What do you mean? I'm alive. So yeah, there's no hope about that. I know you're going to have a fantastic day. Words are so important, guys. Hope is so unsure of yourself. I'd like to know definitely, without a doubt, a positive way of communicating. You know what I'm saying? There's no hope. It's I know. And I know without a doubt that you're going to have an awesome day. Thanks. Take back my room break. I'm at work, so I can stay on too long. You're amazing, brother. When your book come out. I've got all kinds of books. I just don't mainstream advertise, my friend. I've produced like 27 books already. Over 400 and some odd poems. With me, it will be what it will be. Because the only thing that really means anything to me, gratitude too. I appreciate that. The only thing that really means anything to me is what I leave behind. That's the important thing. And what I mean by leave behind, because we don't necessarily leave anything behind. But what I'm saying is when it's my time to move on and grow out of this soul, this soul's body, this vessel, I want to leave something that's memorable, something about me that will be undeniable who I was. And to me, that's worth more than any monetary value. And if my family heirs ever benefit from that, then I really did my job. So is it about right now so to speak? No, not really, because the plan's already been set. The plan's done. So what is now, and I am already now. So there's no denying that either. It's completely I don't know if I'll leave anybody any money. I don't even know if that's even going to be the case. But I know the case is now. What the case is now is the plan's already been developed. It's being patient and just seeing where it goes, because that's what life's all about. Life's not about looking at the material perspective of what monetary abundance is. Because monetary abundance is what it is. It's material items that you cannot take with you. It's only for this physical realm. So therefore, what is currency? What is the true currency? The true currency is yourself. You create the currency. If you didn't go to your job every day and work your day, work, you wouldn't create that currency, right? That you're creating on a monetary level, to allow yourself to do things that you want to do within your means. So everyone's currency is completely different within their means and understanding of what I'm trying to say here. Because you don't necessarily have to have money as long as you're living within your means and your needs are met. And I guess that's pretty confusing sometimes to someone, but it works. It works from my understanding. It may not work for you. If you don't mind me asking, what do you do for work now? And I know you have your son. Your son must be all grown up now and moved out on his own. We are rich. We're filthy rich. And we were rich since the day we were born. We had a birth certificate that we all got. And, we're billionaires. And we were billionaires the moment we were born. Just have to understand, yeah, you'll get it. Yeah, I don't have it either. I don't have all the answers. So let's not get this confused whatsoever. I want to be extremely clear with the words that I'm trying to say here. Yeah, son's in university. That's awesome. What's he studying? Rich realizes I create happiness. Well, that's the currency, right? I mean, we're the creator. We are the creator. Yeah, I don't want to be confused whatsoever with anything, because most of my words and conversations are analogies. They're things put together. I've got a really good job driving. I'm heading out soon. Wow, brother. So you must have your own place now and everything. See, that's amazing. And geez, someone could live off that. That's good. That's a livable wage. I am so grateful. And I don't want to say blessings, because be less is not a good word. So I'm going to say, I am so grateful for all your gifts that have been bestowed upon you, and the opportunity that you've taken for yourself to make yourself better than you was yesterday is paying off drastically for you. And man, I am so grateful for you. He's studying music. Awesome. Good, man. You were a great mentor and a good father to that boy, and you did the very best you could. That's obvious. That's obvious. I'm so impressed that we still, after so long, we've reconnected and had this conversation because I you you know your story is a success story because the last time that I talked to you, uh, your living conditions wasn't the greatest, and you were going through a tough time in your life, and you were living near your parents, I believe, and you didn't know the situation and what was going on at the time. Now to see the progression and the phoenix rising from your family and your beautiful soul here, wow, it's amazing to see your progress. It really is. And I've had to, and I'm not trying to like compare or nothing, but the last two and a half, probably, yeah, 2 years, I'd say, hasn't been easy in my life. There was a lot of things that went, and that's because of I had a hard time counterbalancing life. I had so much on the plate that I had to start realizing that, man, if I don't do something about my life right now and turn inward, it's not going to be a healthy situation for me. So I went off the beaten path for quite a while. Yes, exactly. Hopefully I'll be. Oh man, that would be amazing, and it would be another gift, actually. Uh, I would welcome you with open arms, and I would love to have the opportunity to show you my beautiful home state and all the wonders. And probably the biggest reason why I am who I am is because of my home. Uh, and I don't mean that boastfully. I mean that because I think that the higher, greater self, this is where it wanted me. And, for that opportunity to be able to happen, it can, as long as it's manifested. Because my dream someday is to be able to have some form of financial income where I'm able to go visit some of my friends too. I've got some desires, and I've got some friends that I would like to go and visit as well. And you happen to be one of them. And you're not really that far away from me. I believe you live in Toronto, huh? Is that where you're at? You're in the Toronto area, which is it is kind of a little ways away from me. But from where my dad used to live, where he passed away a year ago, I didn't know if you were aware of that, but in Vermont, Toronto wasn't that far from him. But yeah, wouldn't that be that would be a gift. I'm just going to set in my thought here for a second. It's not because I'm ignoring anybody. It's because I'm being drawn to. I love you, brother. Keep kicking ass, sending you tons of good energy. Hey, love and light. I am a lighthouse staying strong for the world to see my light shine bright. I want to see yours. And I have today. I appreciate it, 5D Abundance. And yeah. Toronto is such a beautiful, beautiful province of Canada. Unfortunately, I don't have a passport or anything like that. Sorry to hear that you do. I don't know what that meant, but I think it was a mistype, but yeah, doing my thing. And I'm grateful for you doing your thing more than mine. Because it just proves that my energy and my love with healing words do manifest helps manifest what they're going through. Hey, to be honest with you, I want you to know that I don't have the same phone number either. It's a new phone number, so you're going to have to probably get that some way. Yeah, I didn't really know my real dad. My dad from Vermont, I only knew him recently the last 5 years of my life, his life that he was around. But that's a long story. He got to know my grandkids. But anyway, yeah, I got a new phone number and I got a new phone. So that is no longer my phone number that you probably have. I don't know how about we should meet up so I can give it to you. My email address is still the same at eugenbliss9@gmail.com. So if you want to just drop a message down there privately and I can maybe give you my new number. Other than that, yeah, a lot of things have happened in my life, but I can see the abundance growing now. So I'm grateful for that. And once you start seeing the wonderful abundance through others that you share that joy with, it's eugenbliss9@gmail.com, and it's all in cap letters. So yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I had to get a new phone. There's another thing that I had to eliminate. As you learn to manage and budget living on a lean income, does that make sense? Living leanly. You start realizing the expensive bills that you need to remove and get rid of that you no longer need to use in your life. And I got rid of some of those. So, hey, Jane, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Hey, if you guys all don't mind, hit that like button. It does help the channel and it helps myself. And it's free. And heck, you get to meet an unknown poet today. So I think that's a win-win in itself. So yeah, so I'm trying right now to try to downsize bills that I don't need and try to simplify that part of it so I can loosen up and free up some monetary money here and there. And I'm always looking for positive and good advice on marketing myself and trying to be a better person, and maybe trying to find some unique and other ways to maybe produce some monetary income here on YouTube. So feel free to voice any of your opinions and advice. If I had the extra money, I would probably spend. I think that if I had the monetary money right now, if money wasn't an issue, I would hire somebody that knew what they were doing to help me with that part of it, because I think that that's one of my weaknesses here, is I don't have the knowledge and the know-how IT-wise. So that would be something that I would really love to do eventually. Unknown, please. You are known around the world. I love you. Yeah, I know. the unknown part was because of what Wikipedia had written about me. You know what I mean? So my last video will explain it. I printed what it said. Yeah, unknown poet. But I know better than that. It was a good thumbnail title, and you know what I mean. So it's just using creativity to the finest. I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing today? Is it Viander? Viander, hey. Good to see you. Jane, thanks for coming in. Please, again, I can't really express it enough. Hit the like button. Please, feel free. It helps me, it helps the channel, and it's free. And you have an opportunity to do something good for somebody for today. You know, do something loving and kind for somebody. It's important to see that physically. You know, it's motivation, and it helps. So yeah. I have no plans today because there's a half a day of school today. And if no one, just in case anybody doesn't know, I'm a stay-at-home parent um, due to, whatever it is. That's a personal story. Uh, and to be honest with you, I don't feel any of this I ever chose or wanted it. It chose me. So whenever that happens in my life, I've learned to embrace it and try to do the very best and produce the very best part of what I express. So, make a long story short, it may seem like I'm lazy and I don't do anything, uh, but there's so much more that I do that sometimes I don't even realize I do. I feel now not working a regular 9 to 5 job, I work twice as hard. And some days it seems like I make it look easy. And I'm not trying to brag. It's just when you're in the flow of not blocking anything and you're just letting things happen for what it is and living in the present, being present, living in the present, and understanding there is no control but the reaction of the thought, it does sometimes make it a little easier to go through this experience and allows me to find more joy in life and appreciation, and allows me to sit back and look at things that aren't so good and try to counterbalance them, turning negatives into positives. Always looking for the positive perception for the solution, even if it's negative. So, yeah. I'm very aware of energy, very aware of it. How is everybody doing in the chat today? If you want to just let me know, I'm curious on where everyone's from. If you want to type in the chat where you're from, that would be cool. You live today from Maine in America. So I'm from Maine, one of the 51 states, independent states. Yeah. May it be what your thought and your eyes may see, but knowing and believing it's an illusion to me. So I see it. I know it isn't real. You remind me and keep it to me so no one can steal. Keeping it safe to my heart like a locket with a key. Only for me. And when I feel, maybe I can share it and maybe have some tea. That's a kind of a freestyle, I guess. A poetic way. I'm comfortable in my own skin. Even when I get bit by a bug, I still rub it and it irritates me to no end. It's kind of like a voice, a bully, trying to get in. to only remember it's like the bug biting my skin. It'll soon go away, leaving nothing, not even a scar. I don't know. I'm just being silly. Whatever. Here's a fun fact. Any of you guys ever lived in a pink house? I have. And that's no joke. I used to live in a pink house. You want to talk about, wow, that's crazy stuff. But as a kid, it didn't really matter to me. But, man, could you imagine if I stayed in that house when I was a teenager, how much crap I would have gotten picked on at school? You know, it's crazy. But I didn't. It's just kind of crazy. And the similarity to that is one of my favorite musical groups from the 70s is The Band. And one of my favorite albums they ever produced was the Jericho album. And miraculously, what's on the cover of that album? A pink house. So I recently come across some other music too by Bob Dylan and the Band called The Basement Tapes. Ironically, all that music was written in the pink house. And the pink house happens to be not very far from where I live in Maine. It's in upstate New York. And I was just thinking that, just all these wonderful connections. Another connection is to music is Van Morrison. I just recently watched a music video, a movie, a documentary of The Last Waltz the band produced. What an amazing, that's an awesome video. If anybody goes and sees that on YouTube, I think you'll be impressed. My fascination and connection to storytelling music, folk music, soul music, jazz, the Southern Bayou music, any music that's portraying a story of something that's being told means a lot to me, and that's what I tend to lean towards. John Denver, Don Williams, all kinds of music artists that have influenced my creativity in my life, in a lot of ways have helped me as a poet, writing my own stuff. I love the opportunity, and I really do love the opportunity, the fact that the creative mind is overflowing. And I never expected this creativity to be manifested in my life the way it is, because, to be honest with you, I was one of those guys that was a manual laborer. I worked manual labor my whole entire life, doing things physical, and working on manifesting this new opportunity of my life that I have presented to me. Seems more intriguing, and I'm really enjoying the moments. Just like last night, like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm laying down, getting ready for bed, putting on a nice tone for the evening sleep, and a thought comes and asks me to go check Google, and I check Google, and it's brought me to this place where I created this video in the thumbnail. So yeah, realizing who I am, and it feels so good. All right, people, I'm going to cut this one short today. I'm a lighthouse, steady and strong, for the world to see my light shine bright. I want to see yours. Rise and shine, sleepyheads. Get your buns up out of bed. It's a good day once again. Let's get going. Hey, and everybody, you do what you want. This is just a suggestion, advice. Doesn't mean it's written in stone, but let's do something loving and nice today. Loving and kind. And let's try to make the world a better place today, and it starts with you. Be you. Be yourself. You can't be anybody else. I humbly thank everybody that came in today in the chat. I humbly thank everyone for the likes and the subscribes. I greatly appreciate it. And look forward to seeing you tomorrow on the next live. Till we see you again. Be well. Take care. And may love be with you today and forever. Sending love and light, guys. That's all I am. Have a wonderful day.